beauty ravers, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Raven, and this is where I like to rave about beauty. If you would ever so kindly hit that like and subscribe button to become part of my little family here on YouTube, it means so much to me. Now without further ado, let's jump on in to the video. Hi guys, today we have a very exciting video, and I know I say that a lot, but today really is because this came in the mail! Okay, I know this just looks like a regular old box to you, and I don't know why I thought that you would know what this is. But it is the Samantha March collab with Ofra. I am so excited. I got the entire PR kit because I couldn't help myself. Now, if you're looking at me and you're like, well, Raven, you don't really have the same vibe as Samantha. No, I absolutely do not. We are completely different. Our makeup aesthetics are entirely opposite. I love bright colors, bold looks, and she's more of a neutral gal, but she does love purple, which is where we connect because I also love purple, and her collab is very purple, but it's also neutral. I don't know. It really looks like Sam. Let's open this box so I can show you it before I continue ranting about something you can't see. Ah! Alright, well, maybe I'll cut myself in the process. Maybe I won't. Hopefully no trips to the hospital, you know? Oh my god, I'm so excited. I see it and okay. Voila! She is beautiful! So it says Samantha March, of course, because she is the beautiful creator who collaborated with Ofra for this. I am so excited. I love Samantha's channel. Now, like I said, we don't have the same aesthetics whatsoever. However, I absolutely adore her personality and her energy. I watch every single one of her videos. Like, I am a stan for Sam. A stan for Sam. Hashtag Sam Squad. But let's go ahead and open this up. And this is what she looks like inside, and the stickers are here. Super excited about these because you only got the stickers if you got the PR kit. But this is what it looks like when you open it up. It says belongs to, and it's like a little book because if you're not aware, Sam is also a novelist, which I think is super cool. I need to pick up one of her books. Honestly, I don't read much, but I love her so much that I think I might read one of hers. But I can write my name there, which I think is super cute, and I will be doing. This is the little story we get, so let me read it to you. The plot twist you didn't see coming. Life is truly just a draft, and the palette name is Life's a Draft, so you know, it's fitting. On the anniversary of our first collaboration together, I am back with Ofra for a brand new collection. After a year of so much uncertainty and so many changes, launching a collection titled Belongs To seems right. We can never be sure where our paths will take us next, but our choices and how many drafts we write for our lives belong to us. Although I don't know where the next plot twist is coming from, the ability to spark joy and creativity through makeup and art is never diminished for me. Thanks to my hashtag Sam Squad, this collection picks up where the first left off, including an eye and face palette with pops of purple and a new highlight, plus new lip gloss shades to match up with the much loved and my personal fave, Millie. I wanted this collection to be as versatile as possible to take you from neutral knockout to glam and glossy, depending on which draft you are on. I like that, that's so cute! Enjoy the sequel, XO Sam. I love her, she is such an inspiration to me. I seriously just love Samantha so much. But anyway, now we get this cute little photo collage of the makeup inside. So now let's go ahead and take her out and see what this palette looks like. And if you're wondering why I don't have much on my face, I do have my concealer, a little bit of foundation, and my contour stick on, but nothing else, and that is because we get a blush, a bronzer, and a highlighter in this palette. So of course I wanted to leave that stuff out so we could use this today. And this is in the format of their mini mix palettes. I've actually never tried any of Ofra's eyeshadows or their blushes or their bronzers or their glosses. I have their liquid lipsticks and their highlighters, and that's about it, I think, right? Oh, I have the banana powder as well. But I was really excited to buy the PR kit because one, I want to support Sam, but also I can try pretty much everything I haven't tried from Ofra because you get a bit of everything in this. Also, the prices were amazing. I believe after I used her discount code for the entire PR kit, it came to like $58. That's really good because when you think about it, a bronzer alone from Ofra is $35. So you're getting the bronzer, the blush, the highlighter, an eyeshadow palette, and 3 of their glosses for $58. Yeah, that's a steal of a deal, so I kind of just had to. But now let's open this palette and see what she's all about. And apparently my lawnmower guy is back. I was waiting an hour before filming this so that way he would leave, and then I thought he left and now he is back. What was he doing for like 20 minutes? Not mowing the lawn, that's for sure. I thought he was gone. Really wish he would go away. I swear, I already live on the busiest street possible, so you always hear traffic noises, but now you're gonna hear a weed whacker too. Great, we love that. So this is what the color story looks like. Oh my goodness, Sam. This is so you. Now, if I'm being honest, if this wasn't Sam's collab, I may have looked over it and just been like, I don't need it. Because personally, when I look at it online, I'm like, it's just a neutral palette with some pops of purple. However, Raven needs to realize that sometimes the neutral palette is a good addition to her collection, because it isn't, this looks like a nice palette to just like pop on if I'm in a hurry or if I need to just go somewhere that doesn't need too much color, which I mean, I will wear bright, bold colors to the grocery store. I am not opposed to that. However, every now and then you do want something a little bit more casual, and I think this is perfect for that. And I have been looking for a couple more neutral palettes to pop in my collection that aren't too boring. So I'm excited. Also, the bronzer, the blush, the highlighter, I just couldn't pass it up, guys. This looks so cute, and I'm so proud of Sam. And I know I'm gonna say that a lot throughout this video because I really am so proud of her. She's just so sweet and so bubbly, and even though she is a bigger influencer, she's still so genuine, and just, you can feel the sincerity in her videos, and she doesn't, I don't get the vibe that she thinks she's better than anyone, which sometimes you can see influencers that start to get bigger start to get a little cocky, and I don't get that from her at all, and I just love that about her. Go support Sam. Even if you don't purchase this palette, go share it, tell somebody about it, maybe they will. I don't know, but I just love her so much. Anyway, with all that being said, and as much as I do love Sam, I am going to judge this with my 100% honesty, because this isn't a reflection of Sam, this is a reflection of Ofra, ultimately. And I want to see if Ofra's eyeshadow quality is good. I want to see if their bronzers are good, if their blushes are nice. I want to see it all, you know? Because, I'll be honest with you, everything I have tried from Ofra so far has been top-notch quality. The highlighters, some of my favorite highlighters, honestly, so happy with them. The banana powder, the only banana powder that I can use that actually doesn't make me look yellow. It's beautiful, it makes me look like actually brightened, which is what a banana powder is supposed to do, but a lot of them just make me look like SpongeBob, and we're not here for that. Yeah, and then also their liquid lipstick. Oh my goodness, I have Miami Fever. It's my favorite orange in my entire collection, but all the other ones I own from them are also really good. But now I get to try their glosses. I gotta give it to them. They have not done wrong by me so far, but I am going to judge these as honestly as possible so that way you guys know what to expect from Ofra. Okay, so now I'm going to swatch this palette for you, and then we will jump into a little look. I pointed at my face as if I had a look on. I don't, but we will be getting into it. Alright guys, so from the swatches, I can tell that this is a more subtle formula, shimmer-wise. I know that most of these are mattes in here, and Sam did explain that, I mean, if you know Sam, she prefers mattes over shimmers. So she wanted a matte heavy palette, which, I mean, it's Sam. It makes sense, and I like to see that she put herself into it. And she explains everything about why and how this palette came to life in her video that she did with this palette. If you watch that video, everything makes sense, and I just really like the story behind it. I am going to start off by priming my eyes with my NYX Pigment Primer. Alright, now that I have my eyes primed, we can start with the eye look. So let's see, what do we want to play with today? All of these shades do pop out as well, which I think is really cool, and I wish, though, I will say, I wish the names were on the actual palette versus on, I think they're on the bottom of the pans, so I have to take them out to see what colors they are, which is a little bit time consuming and a little bit annoying, but it's okay. I was wrong. They're not even on the bottom of the pan, which is even more obnoxious. Are they on the back of the palette? Hold on. They are on the back of the palette. I don't like that format, if I'm being honest. It's a little gripe from me. I know it's nothing huge, but it is a little bit annoying. So I'm going to try to the best of my ability to figure out which pan is which. So if I'm reading the back correctly, this is the shade 09, and I'm going to apply that to my upper crease. And to do so, I'm just going to take that on my Doe Color number 9 brush. And like I said, just popping that in the upper crease with some circular and window wiper-esque motions. And the shadow seems to be pretty pigmented, and it's blending out pretty nicely. So far, so good. So I like how that is looking. I am going to do both eyes at the same time today. Usually I just do one and then I pop off camera and do the other, but I did put primer on both eyes for some reason already, and you know, it's going to dry down if I don't do it now. So I am going to do the exact same thing to this eye really quickly. Now I'm going to take the shade Ram, which is this deeper purple, and I'm going to put it in my crease. And the Ram, I believe she said, was her high school mascot, and that's why she named it. And I'm just going to take that shadow on my Luxie 231 tapered blending brush. She said high school wasn't her fondest time, but she said something along the lines as, everything you go through in your life makes you the person that you are today. And like, I really connected to that because I've gone through so much in my life, and I'm only 21. I mean, so much, guys. I feel like I'm 45. And just popping it in the crease. But yeah, when Sam said that, it really connected with me because I also live by the saying, everything happens for a reason. And even though I've gone through so much and I feel like sometimes it's not fair, I do believe that everything does happen for a reason. And when she said that, I'm like, you know what, you're right, Sam. And so I really liked that. But yeah, she said high school was not her fondest time, but the Ram was her mascot, and she wanted to include it because, you know, life's a draft. It's part of her story, and I like the story behind it. But yeah, I mean, Sam is seriously an inspiration to me. Her energy is just so amazing. And like, even when she's going through it, she just always powers through with a smile, and I just really appreciate that from her because I know that life isn't always easy, and I mean, I try to do the same. I try to power through with a smile even when the hardest times are rolling through, you know? What else can you do? But anyways, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing really well. Actually, yesterday, my wonderful fiance surprised me with an Apple Watch, which is super cute. Mine is pink, his is black, and yeah, I guess it's like a early Easter present, which seems like a pretty big present for Easter, but I think it's super cute and it was super sweet of him. He also got me this hoodie the other day, which is super cute. We got it at the Vans store. I'll show you the back really quickly. It's like really cute and it says World Domination on it. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's like a really cute hoodie. I know I'm getting off topic. I should stay with the makeup, but I wanted to share my new goodies with you. But okay, I think that's looking pretty good. I'm going to cut my crease now, and I'm going to do so with some NYX Glitter Primer, which is what I always use. I learned this tip from Beauty, my favorite YouTuber. But yeah, I've been using this trick since I started my channel, and it just makes it a lot easier. So what I basically do is put a little bit on the back of my hand. A little bit goes a very long way. And then I take a flat tip concealer brush, which today I'm just going to use my Sigma one. This is a Sigma Concealer F70 brush. And I'm going to apply it to the eyelid just like you would with concealer with a normal cut crease, but instead it's glitter primer. So I'm just going to, you know, apply it to the lid. I go right above my natural crease. Alright, now that my creases are cut, we can go in with a shimmer, and I'm not sure which shimmer I want to use today. I think I'm actually going to try and use all three of the shimmers today. So I'm going to take this one in the shade Ink, and I'm going to put that to the outer portion, and I'm just going to take it on a Doe Color 11 brush. And we're just going to pop it right here in the outer crease. I mean the outer portion of my lid, not my crease. I don't know what I'm saying today. I'm sorry. And that looks really pretty. I will say, again, these shimmers aren't my favorite. They're not the most high shine, impactful shimmers I've ever tried, but they are nice, and if you want a more subtle look, I feel like these are going to be the kind of formula you'll prefer. Now I'm just going to wipe that brush off, and we're going to go in with our second shimmer, which is going to go in the middle of the lid. And for that, I am going to take the shade Maya. And again, just placing this in the middle to give it a little bit more light. I like this one, actually. It's still a more subtle, soft formula, but it is nice, and it does brighten up the look a little bit. And lastly, I want to take the shade Honors, and I want to put that in the inner portion of our lid. Again, just using that same brush, but wiping it really quickly with my BH Quick Changer. And I think it looks pretty cute. Now I'm going to do the lower lash line. And for the lower lash line, I am again going to take the shade Ram, and I'm just going to smudge that along the lower lash line. A little bit of fallout, but nothing too severe. I'm going to try and dust it away. And it actually dusts away really easily. So now for our inner corner highlight, I am just going to take the highlighter, which is called Dream Chaser, which of course is fitting because Sam is a full-time dream chaser. And I'm just going to pick it up on my Doe Color number 13 brush, and I am going to spray it with my setting spray really quickly. Okay, wow, that is absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to see that on my face. That is a gorgeous color. It's like a light pearl, but has like a pink reflex. Oh, it's beautiful. Alright, so I think that is looking really super duper pretty. So now I am going to add liner, lashes, mascara, my eyebrows, basically anything else I need to do except for bronzer, blush, and highlighter, and we'll come back to do that. And I am back, and if I'm being honest with you guys, I'm actually really loving this look. Like, I don't know, I expected it to be a little too basic for me, but honestly, this is exactly what I wanted, because I wanted to find a neutral palette that wasn't too neutral, but also neutral enough to wear on the daily. Even though, again, I will wear a bright blue eye on any day. But, no, I really love the purple, and it is just bold enough so that way I feel like myself, but, like, I don't know, a little bit toned down, and I'm kind of living for it right now, if I'm being honest. I did also add bottom lashes to spice it up just a teeny bit, and I think it's working pretty well. Loving the look so far. I added a lip liner and filled my entire lips in with it because it's like a perfect purpley mauve, and I think it works really well with the eye look. So now let's go ahead and use the face products in this palette. So I'm going to start with the bronzer, and I think this is going to be a good match for my skin tone, which I'm excited about. I know I compared the prices from this palette to the Ofra bronzers alone are $35, which I know the full-size bronzers are a lot bigger, you get a lot more product in them. However, I am okay with having a little bit of bronzer. I don't need a whole bunch. I probably will never go through all of this even. So, like, I'm fine with that. So, I absolutely love that. But I'm just going to apply this to the high points of my cheeks. You know, kind of like where the sun hits, right above where I contour. And this does appear to be a really pretty color. I mean, this looks really nice, actually. I mean, I'm not really surprised because, like I said, everything I have tried from Ofra, I have really enjoyed. So, this is really pretty, though. It just looks like I'm, like, glowing from within, and I really love that, like, sun-kissed look. I'm going to add some to my temples as well, and I think this is a good match for my skin tone. I'm, of course, going to buff it out at the end, but I think this is looking pretty nice. And just to hide a little bit of that unwanted skin, I'm going to go right underneath my chin. I'm going to do the exact same thing to this side of my face, and then we will come back for the blush. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. Okay, so now let's go in with the blush. Also, I think I forgot to tell you the name of the bronzer. The bronzer is the shade Key, K-E-E, and I can't remember why she named it Key, but I did watch the video, and if you want to know all the reasonings behind all the names, go ahead and watch Samantha's video. I will be linking everything I can down below in my description box. As always, check that out. But now we're going to go in with the blush, which is named Stix. And as Samantha stated in her video, these all can be used on the eyes too. They are eye safe. So you can use the blush as an eyeshadow or the bronzer or the highlighter as a shimmer, you know. So just something to note because that is always nice. I mean, I always use these kind of things as also eye products, but sometimes they're not eye safe. I take the risk, but this time I don't have to. There is no risk. And this is gorgeous. This blush, oh man, yes. I am in love with this blush. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. This is so pigmented and ooh, Yes, this blush is nice. I like to apply my blush like right here and sliding down and then just a little bit on the actual apples of my cheeks. And then I also like to blush the nose because I think a blushed nose is the cutest thing ever. Oh, look at that. It's so cute. Oh, I love that so much. All right, I'm going to do this to this side and then we'll be back. Okay, yeah, I'm like obsessed with this blush. It's so pigmented. Of course, you could go in with a lighter hand or really tap off that brush if you want it lighter, but I love a heavy blush moment, so this is just gorgeous in my opinion. But let's go ahead and go in with the highlighter now, which I'm so excited about because on the inner corner highlight, this is looking so gorgeous and I cannot wait to see it on my face. Oh, wow, that is gorgeous. Oh my goodness, do you see that? Stunning. Sam, you knocked it out of the water with this one. Wonderful formula, Ofra, and wonderful shade choice, Sam. This is so good, guys. I'm going to drag it onto my cheeks a little bit because why not? I just want to drench my face in this, honestly. So, you know, this might be my favorite thing in the entire palette. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Seriously blinding. Blinded by light. Why am I like this? I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head now. Yeah, it's safe to say I'm obsessed with the highlighter. Alright, now let's jump into one of these lip glosses. I do not know which one I want to use today because they all look really, really cute. So, let me be honest with you. I think my favorite of the three from just swatching them is going to be Millie. But I know that Millie is not a new gloss. Millie was from her last collection, but it did so well that she added it in this one as well, which I'm really happy about because I did not pick up her last collection, so I'm really happy to have the gloss Millie. I didn't know I needed it, but now that I swatch it, I think I do. But because I'm sure if you're a fan of Samantha, you've already seen that, I am going to use one of the new ones, and I don't know which one. Should we use Peony or should we go with Queen? I think I'm gonna go with Peony for today. I will say it disturbed the lip liner a little bit, but that might have been the lip liner's fault because it is more of a drier formula. So I don't think it's the gloss's fault because the gloss feels really nice and slippy slidey. There's no like gritty sparkles to it. So now I'm going to zoom you in and get a little bit of an up-close action if this wasn't already, and then we'll zoom out and then we'll chat a little bit about this collection. Alright guys, so what are we thinking? How are we feeling about this collection? I honestly am more in love with it than I expected to be. Let me just tell you that, okay? Because I'll be honest, when I bought this palette, a lot of it was because, one, I wanted to support Samantha, and then also because I wanted to try these things from Ofra, and honestly, this was the best way to do it for me personally. But I didn't expect to like love the colors necessarily. I mean, mauves are nice and purples are cute. I did just get the Menagerie Flight Club palette though, which is a gorgeous purple palette. If you haven't seen that video, highly recommend going and watching that. I'll try to remember to link it in the cards. But anyway, so I didn't know if I needed another purple palette right off the bat, you know. But it was a great way to try everything that I haven't already from Ofra and also supporting one of my favorite influencers. So I just thought it was a good idea. However, I didn't expect to love this. But this eye look, I'm actually really, really obsessed with on my, I feel like it looks really good on my face. I don't know. I knew going into this that the shimmers from Ofra weren't that impactful, so I didn't expect too much there, and that's probably the only thing that I would say is not what I'm feeling. I think they look good, they look nice, no doubt, but they're not like the super powerful glitzy goodness I'm usually up for. But it's nice to have something a little more subtle every now and then, and I think this palette gives you that. But I am really impressed with the mattes in this palette. Oh, so good. The highlighter. Oh my god, it's the highlight of this palette for me. I swear to god, it is so good. You see the proof. It's in the pudding. I feel so pretty with this highlighter on my face, honestly. But now let's talk about the blush because that's another big win for me. I think it is gorgeous. Super pigmented. It's got some glitter in it, but it's not like chunky, you know, annoying glitter. It's very pretty. I will say I like the bronzer, but I don't know. Does it match my skin tone? I think so, but with a bronzer, I will say I have to use it a couple of times before I can really determine whether I love it or not, because I don't know, a blush right off the bat, I'll be able to tell you if I really like it. I'll be able to tell you a highlighter if I really like it. And I'll be able to tell you if the formula is good or not. And I will tell you on all three of these face shades, formula is top tier. But I'm not sure about the color of the bronzer yet. But I think it looks good. But let me know, what do you guys think? I think this look came out really cute. I'm really happy. I'm honestly really satisfied with this palette. And then the glosses, again, I only got to wear one of these today, of course, but I am wearing Peony, and it did kind of disturb the lip liner, but I am thinking that's the liner's fault and not the gloss, because the gloss feels really, really good. And I cannot wait to try these on their own because, you know, maybe I should have done that today, but I kind of wanted to play with the purple vibes, you know, play it up a little bit, make it a little bit more dramatic. I'm gonna have to try Millie though, because this did have a lot of sparkles in it, and I'm really hoping I can't feel the sparkles, because that's one of my biggest pet peeves. I love a slippy, slidey gloss, and what I mean by that is that it's not like rough and not like kind of scratchy, if that makes sense. Sometimes you can feel the actual sparkles in a gloss, and I cannot stand that. So I'm hoping that that's not the case with this, but I think it's so pretty, and if it's not the case, I'm gonna adore it. So those are my thoughts and opinions so far. Again, this is a first impressions, not a review, because this is my first and only time trying these products as of right now. Maybe I'll come back with a review, maybe a 3 looks, 1 palette kind of thing. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to do that with this palette, because as much as I don't think this is the most dramatic palette, it's obviously not. Sam didn't create it for that reason. This is totally Samantha's vibe. It's not necessarily mine, but I think I can see myself dipping into it more than I expected to initially. And the pricing on everything, seriously, such a good bang for your buck. Even though this isn't a review, I do think I recommend it to my neutral lovers out there, and maybe you'll feel happy that I did this look for you. Is it a little bit more bold than I think most neutral lovers would go? Yes, but that's what I like about this palette. You can create something a little more dramatic like this, but you can also take this a very neutral route, and that's why I'm thinking I might do a 3 looks with this one, because I know I do have a lot of neutral lovers who follow me, and maybe you guys want to see that, and I don't usually do neutral looks, so this might be a good way to incorporate some. So I'm thinking of doing that. Let me know if you'd like to see that. If it's something you're interested in, I can totally do it. But that's going to do it for me today. I hope you have a wonderful day and stay beautiful. Mwah.